Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Griselda and today we're trying something different. Here it is in all of its, let me tell you how I even found this brand. Okay, this is a little bit of a different look. I'm going to try this new coffee that I just got. I actually tried it yesterday, but I want to try it on camera with you. I ordered this off of Amazon. This is by the Nguyen Coffee Supply, and I'm going to brew it. Well, I'm going to grind the beans and I'm going to brew it using my Chemex. And here it is in all of its glory. Look how beautiful it is. I even got the cute little lid that I saw on Maison Molly's Instagram, I think. And so here it is. We're going to brew some coffee. But first, before we get into that, I did want to share this new to me coffee brand because I think they've been around for a while. Let me tell you how I even found this brand. So I was listening to the Gold Digger podcast with Jenna Kutcher, and I happened to be drinking my coffee as I do when driving around for work. And I happened to hear the owner on her podcast. So she described the coffee and I was like, I need to find this coffee. I need to know where it is and I need to buy it now. And that was like 2 weeks ago. So I finally did receive it yesterday, I think, or the day before yesterday. So I wanted to share a little bit about it and what kind of drew me into it. It is called the People's Grind, the Nguyen Coffee Company. It is a Vietnamese woman-owned coffee company. And I'm going to share a little bit of what's on the bag and then from their website. So I'll probably put it over here somewhere. So they have 3 different coffees in their collection. I decided to pick up Loyalty, and they have 2 other ones. I'll share them right afterwards. But this is their strong and smooth. It's 50-50 Robusta and Arabica. And then the tasting notes are cacao, pomelo, almond, smoked caramel. So that like describes everything. It's the sweetness, the fruity, and then the more bold flavors or notes that you think of when you think of your coffee, like the smoked caramel or almond. So I'm really excited to brew this with you on camera. Let me share the other 2 coffee, and I have my phone here, so I'll put it over here somewhere. But they also have 2 other coffees in their collection. One is called True Grit, which is 100% Robusta, and it is described as, it says it's their strongest coffee. The tasting notes of the True Grit is scotch, grapefruit, zest, bitter melon. And then the third coffee they offer is Moxie. Moxie is described as smooth and sweet, and the tasting notes are wild berry, chocolate, cherry, and honey. And this is 100% Arabica. Looks like one is 100% Robusta, one is 100% Arabica, and this is their 50-50 blend. So a little bit more about the company, just because I wanted to share it in case you're interested or in case you'd like to try it. The mission behind the this coffee company is it's the first specialty Vietnamese coffee company in the United States, imported via direct trade and roasting in Brooklyn, New York, founded and led by a first-generation Vietnamese American and daughter of refugees. Their specialty coffee, it says, our inaugural offerings champion both the specialty Arabica bean of Vietnam, comprising less than 10% of the country's coffee production, and the famed Robusta bean. For those who prefer sweet and fruity brew, our Moxie, consisting of 100% Arabica, offers an unmatched experience. For those looking for bold and nutty brew with a smooth finish, the Loyalty blend brings together distinct characteristics of Vietnam's Arabica and Robusta for the perfect balance. Our strongest coffee is True Grit, a 100% pea berry Robusta with 2 times more caffeine than Moxie. I'm gonna have to order that one next. So I was super excited to get this coffee. If you've looked at my name at all, you may be curious what my background may be. I'm Mexican and my husband is Vietnamese. So anything that is Mexican or Vietnamese, I immediately am tied to. I've been with my husband for going on 18 years this year. So it's almost half of my life that I have known the Vietnamese culture as well as my Mexican background, my Mexican culture. So anytime I see anything Vietnamese, I am immediately drawn to it. We have a daughter, she's half Vietnamese, half Mexican. And so I try to incorporate both Vietnamese and Mexican into our household when it comes to food, when it comes to our culture, language, everything. So I'm very drawn to it. So you may find a lot of inspiration within my coffees. If you are following me on Instagram, shout out to me on Instagram. So that is why I was drawn to this specific brand. I know that it's not the only Vietnamese coffee out there, but I happened to hear her story on that podcast while I was driving, and it was really, really drawn to purchase a coffee. When you order on their website, you can order the coffee whole beans, or you can also order it ground up already, or ground. And so I ended up ordering the whole beans because, like I mentioned before in a previous video, I am on this journey where I want to make my coffee. Like I want to have a little bit more control over it, or over a different kind of an experience. And that is getting whole beans, using my coffee grinder and brewing it myself. So this is a little bit of a slower paced coffee experience, I guess you can say, versus putting it in a machine, which I adore. So I'm not hating on it at all. It's just a different experience, you know, low and slow compared to when I'm on the go. So I'm going to get some of this coffee. I'm going to put it in the, actually, let me show you. Okay, this is a little bit of a different look. You normally don't get this much of my kitchen, but I do need to come over to the other side of the counter to share everything. So I've got quite a few things in front of me. I've got my Chemex here. I've got my coffee, but something I didn't mention is you do need filters for the Chemex. They come in, I think this is the natural one. They have white ones too. So I got this for Christmas as part of my present. And then I also have this gooseneck water kettle, which I'm gonna use here. I have my milk frother because I do plan on using I'm gonna froth up some creamer. First, let's grind up my coffee. Again, I'm not a professional. I'm gonna just say this. I love this little coffee grinder. My daughter's behind me if you see her. It has like the little storage for the cord. Okay. So I am going to do probably enough for like 4 cups of coffee. It has a little line here. So I'm just gonna do, can you even see this? All right, probably did closer to 6. Yep, closer to 6, which is fine. It smells so good. Here we go. I think it's medium coarse is what I am trying for. I don't want to drop this. This is hard to do one-handed. I think that looks medium coarse. Yeah, so we're gonna go with that. So I'm gonna set that aside for a minute, and then now I'm gonna fill up my gooseneck. Now, don't judge me. Don't judge me. I'm using this water. I normally have the 5-gallon water bottle or like jugs, but they need to get refilled. So no judging, please. I'm gonna fill it up, not to the max, but like close. Put the top on, and we're gonna set it here. So while that is heating up, I am going to grab one of these filters. They come in, I think it's 50. No, these are 100 filters. Wow, that's a lot. And I'm just gonna grab one. I do not dare unfold this. I just know that when you open it, I think it's like a giant square. This is my assumption. I don't know. Again, I don't know. But what I do know is that the side that has the 3, so I opened it up into like this little funnel thing. The side that has the 3 layers, so this side right here, the thicker side, goes towards the spout of the Chemex, so like that side there. And now we wait for the water. Okay, I don't know how this happened, but my camera died and I was in the middle of finishing up this video. We're gonna have to do the rest of this video on my iPhone, but hopefully it doesn't look too bad. I'm so sorry. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad. The water got to a boil, or got hot enough where the gooseneck turned off. So now with your water, you have to kind of warm up the kettle. It's going down the filter, and you just want to let it sit there for a few minutes, not few minutes, I'm sorry, for a few seconds. I've seen people, this is what I've seen on the internet. So I've seen people like swish it around, and then this is just to warm up, I guess, the filter, or prepare the filter for the coffee, and then just warming this up. I'm not sure if that's even right, but that's what I read on the internet. So then you pour out that water because you don't need it. This is hard to do one-handed. You would think I'd be more prepared. You know what? I think I'm gonna do the whole thing. All right, I'm gonna pour the full thing down. Can you tell that I'm not taking that measuring route? So we're just gonna run with it. The first thing, from what I understand, is you want the coffee to bloom. So you pour it over, let it hang out for 45 seconds to a minute. Been about 45 seconds or so. So now we are going to just continue to add the water. I want to make sure that no loose beans are hanging out. just wait. I think I'm going to this. I have so many creamers. Don't judge me. I think I'm going to use this one, the creme brulee, which I think is really, really sweet. So I'm going to combine it with Chobani oat. Yeah, no, yes, no. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to finish using this, the Chobani oat nog, and see how it tastes. I'm not going to use any syrups today. I'm just going to use the Chobani oat nog to froth. Shake it. Pour it in. Okay, now I think we're back to our regular programming. This, again, I'm on my iPhone, but I did want to share my first taste test. So this is the Chemex Done, or like Done Brewing. You see that color. It is lighter, I think, than most of my other coffees, but it is, again, 50-50, and I wanted to try this coffee with the Chemex because I haven't done that yet. So I'm excited to do that. Another reason why I really loved the idea of the Chemex is that it is made out of glass. So, I mean, I didn't love that. I'm actually terrified. But if you want to keep it, if you want to warm it, you can put it on a glass or gas burner, like on your stovetop. And then they also offer these cute little lids. So you can put it here to keep it warm if you want to save it for later. I'm like so terrified I'm gonna break it every time I wash it or use it, but maybe that's just for now. Anyway, so this is what it looks like. I'm just doing a small cup of coffee right now because we're gonna head out with I'm gonna head out with my family, but let me try it. Oh, super smooth. Oh, it's so good. Very smooth. I think if I were a black coffee drinker, like this is so smooth, I could probably drink this by itself. I did get some creamer. I'm sorry, it's not eggnog creamer. It's just oat nog. So it is by Chobani. It's not meant to be a creamer, so it's not super sweet or as sweet as some of the other creamers. So we're gonna try that in here just for funsies. So just as I expected, did not foam it up, but let's... It smells so... If you didn't get a chance to try this during the holiday season, and if you find one near you, grab it. Just grab it. It is a good color here. Oh, it's so good. I'm just like more extravagant when it comes to making my coffees or how I make them, drink them. My husband is like, he could drink it black with maybe a little bit of Splenda and he'd be perfectly content. I cannot. This is so good. The oat nog is very light in taste. Like it's not super sweet. I think I'm gonna cut it short though because I'm on my iPhone and I'm just worried about the quality of this compared to the rest of the video. I really appreciate anything that you have to add to the conversation of trying different brewing methods and coffees. You'll see different types of coffees from me coming soon. I have another one on order by Barrier, I think. I'm not sure. I saw it on Alex Mojica and Maison Molly's feed, Instagram and YouTube. And so I'm curious to try it. I think I just ordered the espresso beans though, because I was curious about trying espresso in the Chemex. So you'll see that coming from me next. Again, not getting rid of my Nespresso. It's right there. Just trying different coffees. Hopefully you enjoyed this. And if you're interested in getting that coffee, I will put the link down below. Again, they have it in whole beans so you can grind it yourself, or they have it pre-grinded. Thank you so much for staying and watching the video the whole way through. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.